Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and yes, there's another project in the workshop. So I did a quick workshop update. If you haven't caught that, go check it out because this place has changed quite a lot. So there's the initial moving in, and then there's 2 vlogs just kind of upgrading the place and moving bits in and seeing how things are going to work. Don't know if this is how it's going to stay, but it's working for now. And this was the last car I needed to get out of storage. So this one is here now. So this is a 1980 classic minivan. So I've had this car for, probably embarrassing, 5 years, I think. 4 years? I don't know, too many years. But I couldn't do anything with it, it was just put into storage. Other projects came, so I decided to do the budget clubman first. We've done Cooper for James's dad. We've obviously been on the 89 in the background constantly. We've done a couple for Pete Mate. This car was kind of always put in the back burner because of where it was, I couldn't work on it. Simple as that. Also, I want to kind of do it right, so I don't want it rushed. I don't want to do a bit and then shelve it and stuff like that. So yeah, let's just get stuck into this video. I wasn't going to introduce this car. I was literally going to park it in the background, a bit stupidly really, because people are going to ask about it, but it's park in the background, a bit of wall art for now anyway, because we're on with the 3 cars in the bay at the moment. So before we get really deep into this video, I'm not going to start this restoration anytime soon. It obviously will get started in this workshop, but it's not going to get started anytime soon. So we'll get stuck into it, a bit of a walk around, because you guys, I don't know how many messages I must have had saying we want to know more about the minivan. That's cool. I really want you to get involved with the projects and get involved with the channel, so your wish is my command. So let's get right into it. The colour I believe is Atlantic green. It's I don't know if it's a Land Rover colour or not, but the car is believed to be a Southern Electricity van originally. The colours, the spec, the year, the shell, it seemed right. Quick markers there's rivets in the roof here and there and there. So there's like a triangular sign would have sat on the roof. 1980 didn't always have these. I think it's an optional extra, but mine did, and all the Southern Electricity vans did. The roof obviously should be white, it's green, and I have sanded the paint away and it is green under there. So yeah, it would have originally been Atlantic green, the whole car. I bought this car, and I'll show you what I saw. I saw that little bit there poking out, and I'll try and put a picture in somewhere of, I literally went, right, yeah, I have it, because I fell in love with the colour. So the van itself it's a full restoration, isn't it? But as vans and minis go, it's not terminal, it's not absolutely annihilated. It's in quite good shape for the amount of storage it's had. I don't know if I've kind of worked it out by like the MOTs and stuff like that. So the car, I think, so this is another one I purchased from Pete Mate. Obviously all them years ago. I think it's been off the road. It was off the road at least 10 years when he had it. He had it, I don't know how many years. It's got to be pushing 18, 20 years. There's a few things as we walk around the van that I've worked that out by as well. Also, I can't find it in any show records, and there's show stickers on it, stuff like that, and I've been really going far and far back. So let's get stuck into it. So under the bonnet is a 998 engine. I don't know if it's original or not, I've never bothered looking. I always was going to change the engine on this car. I've got a MG Metro 1275, which I'm hoping to play with a little bit. I'm not making it a track weapon or a fast van or anything like that. I just want it to drive well, cruise well, tour with it. because it's a van, it's useful, and it's going to be my Simpsons Classic shop van. That's the idea. So I know someone that's really close to our family, and he's going to sign right the vehicle for me. So I want to get it properly right. I've just got to get on with it, and obviously we're quite busy. I was stuck, so just quickly before I get stuck into the van, I was stuck whether to do this or the Amazon first, but I've chosen to do the Amazon first because I need to keep my brain fresh. The Amazon as well, these two cars are my like childhood dream cars, so obviously I will do them both, but I want to do something different. We've got 2 more Minis in the bay, we've got Minis lined up. Do you know what I mean? I want to do something else, so when the Minis get too much or I want to change, you got to keep your brain fresh, keep your mind fresh, and yeah, I want to get on with the Amazon. So this is going to wait even longer, unfortunately, but it gives me a chance to really think about what I want to do with it. So let's get stuck into it. So, like I say, on the roof, it's got some rivets in the roof. It probably had a triangular sign at some point, could be completely wrong, but the colour and everything else matches what it would have been. On the side, it's got Stitch and Send custom embroidery. This is a company, I believe, still going in Worthing. However, they won't answer any of my phone calls or emails or anything like that to tell me anything about the van. Is what it is. It's not staying. It's not sign painted. It's vinyled. But yeah, it is what it is. Underneath the car, it's going to need like the end machine floors. So you can kind of see there. It's just gone on a seal. It's got an over seal on this side. Bottom of the rear quarter's gone, but the rest of it's in really, really good shape. And then we need like these lower repairs, arch repairs. I'm going to do a full rotisserie restoration on it. It deserves it. It's going to need a skin, a door probably. It's quite rusty if it needs a skin, and it's gone like all in there. So this whole thing is quite loose. So moving on from the door, this is the worst part of the van. So you can kind of see I put some pen marks on it, trying to work out what we're going to do with it. When you open the door, I don't know how much you'll see that. It's a bit flexible. The good thing of it, this rail here is in really, really good shape. This is quite solid. So you can see the remainder of the skin there. I think where it's stored, it was on like, I don't know, I'm just guessing, probably on like a lean-to or something, and it's just rotted out in this corner because the rest of the roof's absolutely mint. It's just this corner. So we'll clean all this back, cut this back, repair or rust treat anything in here, and then get into it. So in a way, it's got a bit of a blessing. We can sort this. How I'm going to sort this, I will show you now. So down here, we've got a obviously long wheelbase classic mini roof. This is off my club and estate I had many years ago that got written off, unfortunately. But I saved it for a future project and then ended up buying the van. So it's absolutely mint. So we're going to use it. We're going to use the front parts to repair the 89's roof gutter, and then we're going to cut the back bit out I need. I could use the whole skin, but I don't want to. I want to retain what the character of the van's got. So that's the plan for that. So that's always been said. So moving back round the van, it's going to need a fuel tank. There's basically no bottom in it. It's rotted out. It's going to need a doorstep at the back and a balance and that sort of stuff. All common mini bits, all low repairs. The number plate was on the back door. I hated it. So when I do the balance, I'll put it back where it should be. I've already got that again, saved from that club and estate. So the reason I think it's been off the road all this time is Himbley Hall Classic Mini Show 2003. So if anyone's got any photos of that show, I don't know if that's even pre-social media, but please, I would love to know. It's got some odd stickers on it. On here, Arizona Mini Owners Club. Very odd. I don't know if they knew someone. There's nothing on the paperwork to say it's been exported or imported. 2000, London Brighton. So we're already talking 23, getting off 23 years nearly, aren't we? We're at the end of 2022. And then that's 2003. So 18, 20 years maybe, something like that. All they just didn't attend shows. This side, much the same, needs a low repair, same sign writing. It's got a very, very odd hole here, which I've never understood why. It's like an outward dent maybe, it's damaged, but this side of the quarter, apart from the tiny piece here, is actually in really good shape. This side, yeah, someone started this. This isn't my work. I don't even think it's Pete Mate's work. This is how he bought it. They've just started chopping bits and pieces out. So it needs a doorstep, obviously, it needs floor repairs, and yeah, it's nothing we can't sort, is it? Unfortunately in the back, It's full of the 89. But it's solid all back there. There's just, I think there's a few holes on the door near the doorstep, but the actual load bay of this van is really straight, really nice. I think these are original, but someone's added some inertial seat belts into the back here, because obviously they would have sat there and stuff like that. So I don't know. They're probably, I'm assuming they're going to stay. I think they will, but they don't look like they're factory the way they've been cut into the floor like that. But obviously safety's first, so it's already been done, so I'll probably keep that. It's still at the tyre well, spare tyre, little clamp still on there, so obviously we'll move that to the new floor. Don't know if we'll do a full floor in it yet. It's hard to tell, because actually quite a lot of it's quite solid. I haven't got a torch back there, but all the way back it's quite solid, it's quite good. Obviously we'll find out more when we take it apart. The car didn't come with a gear linkage, but I had a spare one kicking around, again from like Donor Clubman. Down here it gets a bit more sinister, so that's not a hole. That's just surface rust, but the gutters, the seam's gone, so we're gonna have to try and make all that up and repair that, unfortunately, which is a bit odd. Again, a panel this side, someone's lopped the bottom of it off there. But we've got things like hinges, and they're not seized. These are quite expensive. I second that. That one's very seized, but this one's good. So yeah, it is what it is. It's quite a nice little minivan. So the engine's a 998. Let's have a quick look at that. Get a quick gander at that. So in here, it's just a standard 998. This will get taken out and probably sold. I don't know its history. I don't know if it runs. I don't know anything about it, but it's going because I'm going to change the engine. So yeah, don't really know what else to say about it. It's just a little 998 according to the engine number and the logbook and stuff. So bonnet needs replacing. It's gone. One thing we are going to try and retain, and the one reason I bought this van, is it's got its original pressed front grille. I'm going to retain that. I want it. The van itself is going to look all the same as this, just all green and obviously shiny and restored. But we're going to buy a new heritage front panel, splice this out, put it into a new front panel to retain the van's original kind of history. The new pressings of these do not look the same to me. You can tell them a mile off at shows. So I want to keep this right, and it's a fun fabrication project to do. I probably won't say that when I get started on it, but it's a fun thing to do. Yeah, so I have been collecting parts for it over the years. I've got the roof obviously down there. I've got a new set of headlights for it that I had. I've got bits and bobs. I've got a steering wheel. I've got the engine. I've been collecting bits because I know it's a dream project for me to do. It's got a very early mirror in it, I think, which is quite cool. Inside here, we have a bit of a gander. The door, like I say, is rotten. But the steering wheel, again, I'll probably take that out and sell that because I don't want that. The mileage on the van, 69,000. Again, if that's genuine, I don't know. But yeah, it's just got one seat, unfortunately. I've got a bit of a plan for the interior I want for this van and the colours I want to go with. So like I say, I've got it all planned out. I just do not have the time to start her yet. So, oh, that rust. But yeah, so there it is, classic minivan. I love this thing. These two, like I say, are my dream projects. And we will get going on it. Don't worry, we will get going. But I just don't know when I'm going to start it. I'm not going to start picking away at it. We've got James's to prioritise and get out, this to get painted, and this restoration's just started. So we've got all that going on. We've also got the estate down there. It needs some mechanical work. Ignore that one. That's not, yeah. Yeah. While I have you guys, remember to please go and check out our sponsors. Everything's in a link description below. We have Minimine, who obviously when we do this build, we are going to get stuck in with. I'm going to need some help. So we've got Minimine, excellent company. Please go check out their eBay shop. They are such a good company to deal with. Everything you need is a one-stop mini shop. Please use our discount code along the bottom of the screen now to get you yourself 10% off your next purchase when you spend £15 or more. It really, really helps the channel, and they're such a great company. So please go and give back, because they are the ones. Also, frost restoration for all your tooling, consumables, everything like that. Again, there's a discount code in the link description below, and a link to their website and everything like that. Please go check them out. If you need anything for your garage or anything like that, or if you need to stock up your shelves like I've done over the back, go check them out, guys, because they are a really, really good company. We have a lot to do. So it is one of them, unfortunately, guys. I wanted to introduce it, you all wanted to see it, so I will do everything you want me to do within reason. But you're interested in a project, I wanted to show you it. You're going to ask questions, and that is it. It is a Atlantic green, I believe, 1980 minivan. They will get restored to looking exactly like that to be my shop van with a good engine. That is basically the flavour of the build. Nothing mad. I don't want to modify it stupidly. I'm not into arches or that sort of stuff on vans. I want it to look like something, okay, it's an 80s, but it doesn't look far different from what it would have done in the 60s. I want it to sit next to the Amazon and look really cool and really period. So that is basically my plan. As soon as the Mayfair's gone, we might switch it over there and crack on with it. So if you're interested in this build, please comment away. I would really like to know your views on it. What would you do with it? Like I say, I'm not starting it soon, but I'd love to know your opinion on it. And everyone seems to really like it when I post a picture of it on Instagram. So thank you very much, everyone that likes the photos. I do adore it. I come in every day, stare at it. So it's not easy, but it's there now. It's right in front of my face, so we can get going eventually one day with it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was, like I say, a quick walk around of it. It needs a full restoration, but it's well worth doing. I'm sure you're going to agree. The sheer value of vans these days and the sheer rareness of a van these days, it's well worth doing. And like I say, it's a bit of a childhood dream for me to do it. So we will get on with it, guys. But there it is, my 1980 minivan.